Should we get to the tailspin of the first segment?
Let's get to it.
Adam Cole music plays after they do the recap package where Joe won and Cole was revealed as the devil and Taven and Bennett and Wardlow's the henchman. And then Adam Cole's music stops. And then new, darker toned music started.
Well, not two-toned, but just toned.
Well, whichever tone. Don't make me change my tone.
I like two-tone. I don't want to associate two-tone with this.
Well, it's only Tommy.
Oh.
His sister Tootie was not the same. She didn't inherit the talent in the family. Tootie two-tone. That's why they had that lawsuit. Anyway, so then the henchmen come out, and all of the henchmen, Taven and Bennett and Wardlow, they're dressed in black jumpsuits and black shoes and black hats, and they have black hair. And now all their individuality is gone. They're interchangeable stooges. Wardlow always wore black anyway, but he had colors on and tights, and you could see his body. And with Taven and Bennett, I mean, they had robes and colorful jackets and shit when they were themselves. And Roddy, forgot about Roderick Strong. Did I mention him? Again, they're just covered up in black. So they're just fucking bleh. And then Cole comes out dressed the same way, and he's on crutches with a black cast. But out of all of them, Wardlow especially looks like an idiot. He doesn't even look like his Kmart thug outfit fits right.
It was also the hair.
Well, yeah, whatever they've done with... they changed the music, and so now Cole doesn't do the boom. The boom is gone.
Well, he's a heel. He's the one heel not doing the popular play-along
Well, yes,
thing.
but now, but here the problem is he's not doing the boom. He just holds up the mask, but now we realize how glaring it was. They were reacting because that was the place they reacted to, or they were supposed to. And when he got in and circled around, and Adam Cole, baby, nobody's reacting to anything. They ain't booming, they're busting. It's just, this was supposed to be the big fucking, heel group that has been responsible for all this, and people are just like, Did you feel that or hear that?
I think, and the ratings will tell a story later, considering this was the big show after the pay-per-view with a lot of questions that you would hope would be answered. I feel like there was a big letdown that's felt amongst the AEW fans by this whole thing. That played out for a long time, had a lot of comedy segments that you really had to drink the Kool-Aid to go along with. And this is how it played out. Again, Taven and Bennett, talent aside, look how they've been used. Now you're supposed to rethink how you think about them. Same thing with Roddy, although he's still yelling the first name. That's not going away. That's what I was going to say.
They're still doing comedy even after this now. And he says, hey, listen to my best friend, Adam.
You know what?
They're still doing it.
This is one of those things that also has to be said. When he was losing his mind and he was just a complete dirty pervert, one of the things Vince McMahon got right was how to use Adam Cole in the main roster. And it was as a shit-talking, chicken shit heel manager. This doesn't even fit that, because now he's just bad. His size makes it so he should be a chicken shit. But instead, the fans aren't buying this. And
well, but also they put him in a position where he's out there trying to talk about running the place when he's crippled in a fucking cast, and the guys standing behind him have been flunkies on their television for months and not beaten anybody, or with Wardlow just been aimless for years.
And here's the other thing. If you're an AEW fan and you read the internet, you know that MJF is not going to be there for a while. He's injured. Whatever his contract thing is, a lot of people think he renewed already. But if it's just the injuries alone, He should be out for a long time. If I'm Tony Khan, I'm telling him get everything worked on now. But if you know he's not going to be there, who are they feuding with? They said Wardlow's going to go for the championship and then give the belt to Adam Cole. We just saw that. We just saw that with Christian Cage and Luchasaurus.
Hold on now, wait a minute. Now you're jumping ahead of things.
Sorry.
We're gonna dissect that because I've got a list here of what they're gonna do. And well, no, I had to make a list. But here's the thing: Adam Cole is a good promo. He's got conviction and speaks well, and he has inflection in his voice. But he's got to have some material that makes fucking sense, right? And his story is why this whole thing happened. MJF, a narcissist, and most of the locker room is going to thank Adam one of these days for getting rid of him because MJF would have done the same thing, but Adam Cole beat him to it. And moments later, he says, I sacrificed everything for that friendship. Wait a minute. I thought it was a plot all along that MJF would have done the same thing, but Adam beat him to it. But then he said, I sacrificed everything for that friendship. They can't get their story together, right?
That's right.
And if it was supposed to be real at any time, why was it played for comedy? And he did a wonderful promo. It sounded good if you didn't speak English because it explained nothing, overlooked all the logic holes, and didn't make any sense as to why this whole elaborate thing and why everybody in it acted the way they did. And then the Undisputed Kingdom. Now, here's what's going to happen. Taven and Bennett are already the Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions because they beat... They won the swerve thing they did on TV last week or whatever, right? Even though we didn't know who they were, just two hooded, nameless guys won the tag team. Now we know it was Bennett, Taven and Bennett. It's the Ring of Honor tag team title. It means fucking nothing. They have an AEW tag team title. And that means nothing. But so they're the Ring of Honor tag champions. Roddy is going to go after the international title. Okay, Roddy is not only supposed to be part of the top heel group here that has beaten nobody, and Pockets beats everybody, but they're going to have one of the henchmen of the devil over there stooging for the fucking mascot. And then that's where Wardlow is going to go after the AEW World title, and when Adam Cole then recovers, that's when Wardlow will give Adam Cole the world title. But have we established you can do that? Because did the Lizard even really give Christian the belt, or did they do some kind of... Christian was talking like he was the champion when it was really Nino Douche, but then they did some kind of swervy thing where Christian actually won it.
But they were still at the pay-per-view playing up the whole idea. Luchasaurus, it's not a title, but he won the championship match. You have to give it over to me right now.
Well, and then he signed the contract to him.
Yeah, I mean, this keeps happening. But, so now it's going to happen here with Wardlow? Because Wardlow's a jerk-off if he gives it over to Adam Cole. Is Wardlow going to turn on Adam Cole?
Well, no, but you could see Wardlow giving kind of a, yeah, sure I will. Well, sure you'll win the fucking belt to begin with, fella, and the sooner you realize that, the better off you'll be. But anyway, and then the big zinger line to Samoa Joe, the new champion. He congratulated Joe, but he said, I hope when Wardlow works his way up and is ready for a title match, you're not the champion because it would suck to hurt a friend. Where's your crickets? Yeah, that was a Road Warrior pop compared to the reaction from the crowd when Adam delivered that zinger of a line to Samoa Joe. And then he says, AEW needed change and we gave it to you. And nobody reacted. If they did need change, apparently this was not the change they wanted. And then Adam said, we're here to stay. And I thought maybe at that point he might get some snipers, right, from the audience. But instead, we didn't get snipers. We got a switch hitter Jay White to come out. Or light switch Jay White. Or slingshot.
Bus stop.
Bus stop. Oh, whoever he is, here came Jay White out. So now the devil and his group have been revealed, but they put the only babyface in this equation out of action, MJF, and now they've made pointed comments at Samoa Joe, the heel champion. But here comes another heel, and Jay White comes out wearing a black tank top and white sweatpants and tennis shoes, and I've started noticing more than ever, this is the blandest, most boring-looking crew of wrestlers I've ever seen. They just show up in whatever they're going to fucking wear after they go to the gym, and then they walk out on television looking like that. And apparently, old Light Switch here was not happy because he was collateral in the whole angle with the, not collateral damage, he was collateral. How much money could you borrow on Jay White right now, you think, Brian? You're the financial guru.
Are we talking pounds? Are we talking US dollars? What are we talking here?
I don't even think we're talking S&H green stamps.
Oh.
But he was collateral because he was jumped by the Stooges. Remember, the Devil Stooges beat him up one time to throw everybody off the scent. But he says, but now I'm not alone. And out come the Gun Boys, the other part of the gang, clang, bang, clang, bang, shang-a-lang. She went bang, shang-a-lang, bang, bang, the Archies.
Huh.
His rest of his heel group, besides Juice, the one we like, here they come. I wrote, who are the fucking babyface? Who are we supposed to cheer for? And they hit the ring, and they fight Roddy and Taven and Bennett. Wardlow jumps out on the floor with Adam Cole to get him situated, and then gets back in and helps them take over on Jay White and the Gun Boys. And it's a bunch of heels beating up a bunch of heels, right? And then here comes the Acclaimed music. And out comes the Acclaimed and Billy Gunn, who run down, and the top heel group, who, by the way, also have these three outnumbered, bail like scared rabbits, and Adam Cole hides behind the doctor at ringside. And then the Acclaimed and Billy Gunn see Jay White and the Gun Boys, and you think there's going to be some reconciliation here, and then Jay White and the Gun Boys just walk off and leave. So there was, what? How
this
many
is the worst
people
fucking
was in
show.
this?
This is the worst fucking show. Everything's overbooked, and this whole thing sucked, and it was overbooked. It was so bad. Set the show off on a really bad tone.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
What are you counting? How many people were involved?
How many people were involved in this? And it was 15 minutes and seemed like forever.
Should they have had Britt Baker be the devil and someone could have pushed Adam around in a wheelchair?
Well, apparently Adam Cole was going to be the devil originally, all along. But Tony just didn't have the sense to, when he crippled himself, to say, you know, we're going to probably need to do something else. And even then, he had a couple months after Adam hurt himself to put some credibility in Taven and Bennett and Roddy, and some legitimacy in poor old Wardlow, and he couldn't figure out how to do it.
This is not looking good for the next run of TVs, this top heel faction here.
The next year or so, you mean?
You know, and in a lot of ways, it's like, because of it's Adam, it's Roddy, and then other nondescript white guys in the background, it takes you back to NXT a few years ago, when they got chased off Wednesday nights. That wasn't the winning team. Since that time, Adam Cole's been used horribly. He had that feud with Orange Cassidy. Injury after injury. Ones that could happen to anyone, like concussions. Ones that he had a match with a ramp where he jumped to the floor. Broke his ankle. He's the original Kota Ibushi. And then this. There's nothing in that time. The MJF stuff, Adam Cole was good in it, but it got over because of MJF. And now MJF's not going to be there for a while. This isn't looking good. Who are they going to feud with? The Bucks? Who are they going to feud? Like, really, who are they going to work with? Who are they going to feud? The BCC? Tell me who you'd want to see them do anything with.
Well, and besides the Devil was responsible for the takedown of the individual single world's heavyweight champion. And they've got no credible single wrestler besides Wardlow, who is, and honestly, as we saw the time they tried it before, a year and a half or so, unless he's been in heavy training, can he have a long competitive singles match without exposing himself or not knowing what to do?
Hey, what was the reasoning again? He got the belt off MJF. Samoa Joe's the champion. He's not in their little faction. He just hated MJF and he wanted to cost him the belt, but he didn't want the belt?
Is it nice doing business with you? Joe did too. What question are you asking now? Because I've lost track of
what's Adam Cole's motivation? What was the motivation for him?
Oh, because MJF was a narcissist and made it all about himself. So Adam arranged, I guess, for somebody else to beat him and did all this to, even though he gave everything for that friendship. I don't understand. Nobody understands.
Here's what I'm going to say that everyone will disagree with. MJF should not come back and have, when Adam Cole is healthy, a 25-minute classic. He should just come and squash him in 3 minutes.
I would prefer that by the time that MJF comes back, that everybody has forgotten any of this happened. You think they're going to be able to keep the Devil and all of his henchmen's blue dresses on for the next 6 months or whatever? How long's...
If you were going to run with this Devil thing for this long, would you have run with this mask? It's an interesting look, Dave, because now it's on their, like, the backs of their shirts. They're trying to get this thing out. They're going to probably try to sell merch.
Okay, but then somebody should still be wearing it. What the fuck? Here's this cool mask that I wore when I masqueraded as some fucking fictitious person to undermine the champion. But now nobody in my group wears it. I just hold it up every so often.
Well, it was MJF's mask. Maybe they'll do something when he's ready to come back where he can go to, like, his mask maker. The person
that's right. It was MJF's originally. All right, never mind.